What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of work? Last week's overdue homework? Perhaps the place you go to where you work to pay your bills. Well, in science, we have a different meaning. Work is the force required to move an object a distance. Therefore, we can say work equals force times distance. However, this is only true if the force and displacement are parallel to each other. If there's an angle in between them where they're not applied in the same direction, we need to account for this angle. So we say work equals force times distance times the cosine of theta. An example of this is a person pulling on a dot on a leash at an angle. The force and the displacement are applied in different directions. The units are Newton meters or joules. So then we can ask, what is energy? It is the ability to do work. Despite similarities, the equations are quite different. Energy can be broken down into two forms. Potential energy, which is energy stored due to position, or kinetic energy, which is energy in motion, like that car. We can say gravitational potential energy equals mass times little g times height. Kinetic energy, however, is equivalent to squaring the velocity times half of the mass. Do you want to get scientists angry? If not, you must remember, you cannot create energy. It's a no-no. Conservation of energy clearly states this by stating that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only converted into different forms. Let's take a bowling ball, for example. If we hold it at a certain height and let it go, we can say that potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. We can write conservation of energy as work in, or input work, equals output work. Remember, this is only true for an ideal mechanism where friction is not considered. So now I'm pretty sure you heard of horsepower, but what exactly is power? It's basically the rate of energy, or energy per unit of time. We can write this as power equals work over time. If we rearrange, we find that power equals force times velocity. The units are joules per second or watts. In US imperial, horsepower is used. 1,000 watts equals approximately 1.34 horsepower. But wait, there's one more thing I would like to say. It's called the Work-Energy Theorem. Basically, it states that a change in work, net work, changes the kinetic energy of an object. Or a system, if you would like to say that. Mathematically, we can write this as work, the net work, equals the final kinetic energy subtract the initial kinetic energy of the system. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.